Khamzat Chimaev has been seen taken down by his sparring partner ahead of his upcoming fight with Dricus Du Plessis. However, TJ Dillashaw said Khamzat Chimaev is the better striker, stronger grappler, and has superior jiu-jitsu compared to Dricus Du Plessis, but his cardio has been a concern. He explained that he introduced Chimaev to Sam Calavita from Training Lab, who helped him in the past. Dillashaw believes Sam will fix Chimaev's cardio and weight cut, giving him a clear advantage.
I was like, look, Chimaev's the better striker in my opinion, technically. He's by far the better grappler and has more strength and better jiu-jitsu. Like, DDP is non-stop pressure, he's awkward, and that awkwardness gets it done. I'd say the reason why Chimaev won't win is because of his cardio. I said that before, right? And then I met him, and I introduced him. So this guy, Sam Calavita, that I'm talking about, he owns Training Lab. He's the one that gave me my my bro science PhD and everything I'm talking about now, and I did it in his garage. So I learned everything you could possibly learn about peak performance and how to get your body there. Well, I introduced Armin to Sam Calavita, which has been working with him, and you've seen the way he's been looking lately, but now I've also introduced Chimaev to him.
TJ Dillashaw further said that Sam Calavita runs all his strength and conditioning from his garage, creating a tough, Rocky-style training environment with high-level fighters. He explained that Chimaev is now following the same program and expects him to have much better cardio in his next fight. TJ believes Sam's unique approach, especially his advanced water displacement methods, will also help Chimaev make weight more easily, which improves overall performance.
Sam Calavita's got like some killers in his garage. He does all of his strength conditioning in his garage, which is amazing. It's like Rocky style training. So Chimaev's doing it right now. I highly suspect he's gonna have an amazing, get a gas tank for this next fight, and I think he's gonna get the win because of it. Not only does Sam train you the right way to be this freak of cardio, but he also is gonna help him make weight very easy. Sam's algorithms on the water displacement that he's got is next level. He'd always have me show up to fight week. I fight 135s, he'd have me show up to fight week, so that's what, 5 days before, or 7 days before on Sunday. As long as I weigh 150 and I'm hydrated, I know I've made weight. Now it's just about water displacement and doing it the right way. And he's gonna do the same thing for Chimaev. So he's gonna make the weight better, which in turn is gonna make his cardio better, and he's gonna train the right way. With all the stuff that I know now, everything that I know is because of Sam Calavita. And that's what Chimaev's doing right now.
Luke Rockhold described Khamzat Chimaev as a monster with non-stop aggression, solid wrestling skills, and explosive openings. He mentioned that Chimaev usually breaks opponents quickly, and the main concern is whether they can make it past the first couple of rounds.
I mean, I don't go watch it. I don't go watch it every training session, but he's, Khamzat, you know what he's gonna do. He's a wrestler. He's a grappler. He's gonna get relentless pressure. He's gonna start fast and hard. And can Dricus take that? Can he take that first round, that first 2 rounds? I mean, that's what life's about for his opponents. Can they withstand the barrage? Because he's gonna bring it.
Rockhold questioned Chimaev's ability to keep up with Dricus Du Plessis in the championship rounds. After training alongside Dricus, he said Du Plessis is durable, unorthodox, and difficult to stop. He also stated that Chimaev's pressure may not last over 5 rounds, and noted that Du Plessis has overlooked ground skills, odd but useful striking, and high self-belief.
Do you reckon Khamzat will be able to handle DDP later on in the fight if he can survive?
I don't like those opportunities for him. I've trained with DDP a lot. He's tough. He ain't gonna go away. You gotta dominate him. You gotta finish him. I mean, you gotta dominate him from start to finish, or you gotta finish him early. I mean, and I just don't see how Khamzat's going to keep that pressure. That his intensity you can only keep that for so long. That's not 5-round material. DDP is tough. He's tough as, people don't give him a lot of credit. He's just awkwardly. He's got weird timing and rhythm, and he's good. And he mixes it up. He's very confident. And that's what everything's about. So he's got good grappling, decent wrestling, and some striking, but it works.
However, Khamzat Chimaev was recently seen getting taken down during grappling sparring by one of his training partners. This moment raised doubts among fans and analysts about his ability to maintain control in longer fights, especially as he prepares to face the relentless pressure and awkward style of Dricus Du Plessis. Moreover, Ali Abdelaziz shared that Khamzat Chimaev has returned to training in Russia and is now fully locked in. He called Chimaev one of the UFC's biggest names and spoke about how much the fighter suffered during his battle with COVID, even coughing up blood. But now that Chimaev is healthy and mentally focused, Abdelaziz believes he has what it takes to beat anyone, even in deep rounds.
Du Plessis versus Khamzat Chimaev. How do you feel about this fight?
Everybody know I used to work with Khamzat. I love the guy. After COVID, it really messed him up. One of the craziest things I've ever seen. Throwing up like blood. As far as I know now, he's in Russia, he's in camp, he's focused, he's a superstar. He's one of the biggest stars in the UFC. When you have this kind of pressure, sometimes people doesn't know how to handle it. It's hard to bet against focused Khamzat, healthy Khamzat. I think he can beat anyone on any given day. As talent, as technique, it's Khamzat. If you go to the third and fourth and fifth round, how this fight gonna go? I believe Khamzat can go there, did to him what he did to Robert Whittaker. 100%, I believe this.
Henry Cejudo praised Chimaev's ability to dominate right from the start, especially after his impressive win over Robert Whittaker. Still, he warned that Dricus Du Plessis is not easy to figure out. According to Cejudo, Du Plessis brings constant forward motion, a wild yet dangerous pace, and the ability to wear opponents down. He admitted he once saw Du Plessis as messy and unpredictable, but now sees him as a real challenge who demands a full 5-round game plan.
Does Khamzat beat DDP?
Man, Khamzat could beat anybody in the world in about a round. It's super impressed with what he did to Robert Whittaker. I don't see that against DDP. DDP's scrambly, man. You're gonna need to really be able to pace yourself for 5 rounds. And with DDP's train just continue to keep rolling and he's still steaming and his train's still hot. It depends on how long DDP wants to take a break. You're gonna have to prepare, man, for a guy like DDP. You're gonna need a 3-rounder or a 5-rounder to get ready, but I don't see it. I just don't see it. I think DDP's too, I used to think he was the sloppiest thing on planet Earth, and I thought the same thing about Rob until they bring that volume and just the tenacity. It changes everything.
In another video, Khamzat Chimaev was seen being taken down by Alexander Gustafsson during a sparring session, surprising many given Chimaev's reputation for dominant grappling. The footage raised questions about his takedown defense and whether he can maintain control against a powerful and unpredictable opponent like Dricus Du Plessis in a high-pressure fight. However, Eddie Alvarez said it's hard to go against Khamzat Chimaev because of his explosive power and early round danger. Still, he pointed out that Dricus Du Plessis is awkward and unpredictable, with a style that's messy but effective. Alvarez praised Du Plessis' incredible cardio and constant pace, calling him one of the hardest workers in the sport. He explained that while Chimaev is a serious threat early, if the fight moves past round 2, things could start to shift in Du Plessis' favor.
I think it's hard to bet against Chimaev for me. The guy's a powerhouse, but I can't pick that. Yeah, Dricus is like this odd character for me. Like I never really watching him aesthetically. It don't all look perfect. It's very like it doesn't look aesthetically. It doesn't look good, but he gets the job done. His conditioning's crazy. He's one of the hardest workers in the entire sport. And he finds a way. He's one of them guys who find a way, regardless of how it looks. So you can never count him out. But I think Chimaev, if it goes past round 2, Dricus.
Moreover, Edmund Shabazian said the outcome likely depends on the opening rounds. He believes Chimaev's path to victory lies in his early pressure and wrestling. However, Shabazian leaned slightly toward Du Plessis, noting his grit and unorthodox movement could help him survive the storm and take over late. He called it a close matchup, with both fighters pushing a hard pace in their own unique ways.
Actually, I think if it's the first 2 rounds, I think Chimaev If he doesn't finish him in the first 2 rounds, Du Plessis should take it. But if it's in the first 2 rounds, if Chimaev's gonna win, it's gonna be in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah. What's your official pick?
I don't know. I don't know. I kind of want to lean towards DDP because he's a tough dude, man, and he's just so awkward, and you never know, he might scramble out of those like positions Chimaev puts him in. But Chimaev is a dog too, man. The guy doesn't stop, and he's relentless with his grappling.
Caio Borralho shared his thoughts on the matchup between Dricus Du Plessis and Khamzat Chimaev, calling it a tough fight to predict. He said Du Plessis often proves people wrong, especially when underestimated, but warned that Chimaev's explosive start and aggressive style make him dangerous early. Caio believes that if the fight ends quickly, it favors Chimaev, but if it becomes a longer battle, Du Plessis could take control. While he slightly leans toward Chimaev, he admitted he wouldn't be shocked if Du Plessis pulls off another upset.
That's a hard one, because every time I bet against DDP, he shut my mouth. So it's hard, but he's facing Khamzat. You know, Khamzat is very hard in the first or second round, so I think he can get it done real fast. But all the way, if not done real fast, I think Dricus, you're gonna make him have a hard night. So I'll go Khamzat. Maybe Dricus will shut my mouth again, but I'll go Khamzat.
Alexander Gustafsson praised Khamzat Chimaev's wrestling and grappling abilities, saying they stand out even without the size advantage Du Plessis may bring. He said Chimaev can still match up physically and pointed to the wide gap in grappling skill between the two. According to Gustafsson, that difference gives Chimaev a real advantage in the fight.
You're like 2-3 weight classes above him. How strong is he? Because I've seen like he's a good training partner for you.
Yeah, no, he's very natural, strong, you know, and he has very strong genes, and he just comes with raw power, you know. All his power just comes from nature, you know.
Just natural.
Right? Natural, yeah. So guys, to get the full All-Stars experience,
Darren Till gave a direct and confident opinion about the upcoming fight between Dricus Du Plessis and Khamzat Chimaev. He openly said he isn't a fan of Du Plessis, showing frustration that someone with such a messy and unpredictable style keeps winning. Still, Till made it clear he respects Du Plessis as a fighter and knows not to overlook him. Despite that, his support is fully behind Khamzat. Till predicted his close friend would finish the fight within 2 rounds, pointing to Chimaev's tough training and sharp mental focus as key reasons. He believes Khamzat's preparation will be the deciding factor.
He beats Khamzat, your boy.
No, look, with respect, I'm never going to look past Dricus because he trains hard, he's super dedicated, he's super strong, and he's got that awkward style that doesn't make any sense. I think Khamzat will beat him inside the 2 rounds. I really do believe that. But look, Khamzat knows. I was speaking to Khamzat on the FaceTime the other day because I'm meant to be going out to Dubai to help with the camp. Khamzat knows it's a tough fight, but you know, Khamzat trains like a beast. I do think Khamzat gets it in 2 rounds done.
Joe Rogan spoke about Khamzat Chimaev, calling him an outstanding fighter, especially at welterweight. However, Rogan also mentioned that Chimaev struggles with making weight for the 170-pound division, calling him undisciplined and inconsistent in that area. Even so, Rogan praised Chimaev's toughness and determination, especially in his fight against Gilbert Burns. He remembered how Chimaev took hard hits, was even knocked down, but never gave up. That kind of mindset, Rogan said, makes him very dangerous and nearly impossible to break.
Khamzat's a freak, man.
How about,
especially at 170.
Dude, but he can't make the weight. He's too unreliable.
He just needs to be a little bit more disciplined. Bro, 170, he's almost unstoppable. Even when Gilbert caught him on the noggin multiple times and dropped him, remember?
Yep.
Still kept going. Still like that guy never stopped coming.
Rogan also said that Khamzat is like an assassin and a frightening person. He mentioned that Chimaev is not only skilled but also physically large, and joked that he even feels nervous at home thinking about him. Rogan described Chimaev as someone who enters the cage to destroy, making him one of the scariest fighters out there.
Khamzat is an assassin. Khamzat is a terrifying human being. He's terrifying. He's really good. He's really good and really big.
I get scared at home.
You should be.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it is.
Yeah. Khamzat's a murderer. I mean, when he gets into that octagon, he's seek and destroy. He's a dangerous man.
John Wood is backing Dricus Du Plessis to get the win over Khamzat Chimaev at UFC 319. He expects a tough and competitive battle, but believes Du Plessis' awkward approach, strength, and raw power will give him the edge. Wood brushed off any doubts about Du Plessis' gas tank, saying those problems are behind him. Confident that Du Plessis can handle Chimaev's early pressure, he predicted the champion would take control later and score a late stoppage as the fight progressed.
Again, kind of like the Pena-Harrison fight, I'm going to go with Dricus on this one. I'm going to go with Dricus in a gritty, dirty, nasty fight. He's going to have a rough couple rounds, but I think he's going to stick around. I don't think he's an easy guy to finish. It's an awkward style. He's strong. He's big. You know, cardio issues I don't think are a thing anymore. I think that he is going to get deep into that fight, and I think he finishes him.
Teos Gamrot gave his take on the fight between Khamzat Chimaev and Dricus Du Plessis, calling it an exciting matchup. He praised Chimaev's wrestling ability and physical strength and said he likes Du Plessis as a person, having met him a few times. Still, Gamrot admitted it's tough to predict, but doesn't see Du Plessis stopping Chimaev's grappling. In the end, he slightly favored Chimaev to come out on top.
Oh, this is interesting matchup. Chimaev is really high-level wrestler and he is strong. I like Dricus. He meet a couple times. It's hard to prediction, but I don't think so that Dricus will stop wrestling Chimaev. And I think maybe Chimaev will beat this guy.
Jason Mayhem Miller said Dricus Du Plessis faces a tough challenge against someone as unpredictable as Khamzat Chimaev. He explained that Chimaev's blend of precise striking and top-level grappling makes him hard to prepare for. Mayhem questioned whether Du Plessis can stop takedowns, land strikes while moving forward, and handle the pressure. He believes the outcome may depend on which fighter has better conditioning.
Do you counter wrestle? Do you find your striking exchanges working when you push the guy backwards? And can you do that without overshooting and getting taken down? Do you want to get taken down and make a scramble and this? No, probably not. Du Plessis has work cut out for him. Like, he has to kind of figure this enigma out of a dude who can kickbox pretty good with this European style kickboxing and also really high level grappling. I don't know. I think it'll come down to who's in the best shape, who's the best conditioned. That's really the end of that. Happy birthday, August 16th. We're going to see that one.
Mayhem leaned slightly toward Chimaev, pointing to his wrestling background as a reason for his calm and energy-saving approach during grappling. He noted that while Du Plessis is powerful, much of that strength comes from muscle mass rather than natural build, which could work against him in a drawn-out physical fight. In his view, Chimaev holds the advantage.
Do you lean a little more towards one or the other right now?
Yeah, Chimaev, you know, because he has like this special ingrained, and I say this because you start the kids young and they just get a little extra something, you know, there's a little bit of extra feel. There's another 10,000 hours put on top of their athleticism because they've been doing this for so long, grappling especially. And Du Plessis is an excellent grappler, but what it comes down to is being able to relax during those grappling exchanges and not use that much energy. His body is big, but he's like a bigger human being, not necessarily just a big muscle-bound guy like Du Plessis. He's like Du Plessis has the frame of a lighter man, but has put on muscle to compete at the higher weight class. Yeah, Chimaev might have an edge, might be an upset there.
Jamahal Hill said he's slightly favoring Dricus Du Plessis in the upcoming fight, admitting that Du Plessis has surprised him before. He highlighted Du Plessis' solid cardio, strength, and awkward striking style, which he thinks could pose problems for Chimaev. Hill also mentioned Chimaev's tendency to slow down in later rounds. However, he cautioned against overlooking Chimaev, pointing to his high-level grappling as a major weapon.
I probably favor DDP in that one, just for the simple fact of I've doubted this dude so many times now, and he's shut me up bad every time. It may look like he's like fatiguing or he's like slowing down, but he's really not. I think he's got the better cardio. His physical strength, I believe, can pose a problem for anybody in that division. We've seen Khamzat fade over the course of rounds before. I just believe Dricus has a really, really awkward way of throwing strikes that's not easy to time, get a read on. So I believe he will land. So I probably lean more towards DDP, but you can't count a guy like Khamzat out. I believe he's one of the best natural pure grapplers. He does have the ability to throw some hands too. So it's interesting.
That's it for today's video. So what are your thoughts on this? What do you think about their upcoming fight? We would love to hear your thoughts on their upcoming clash. So share your thoughts in the comment section and make sure to subscribe and like if you enjoyed the video. Also check out our other videos on the screen right now.